bags under my eyes this morning. I slept pretty hard last night. Had to dig my truck out this morning. We had lots of rain, and I backed up just a little too far and got my wheels in the grass, and it didn't want to come out. And so after spending 2 hours of digging my truck out, I was able to come in here and I looked at the low board and thought about on truck stop, and the truck stop is the name of the low board that I use. But even that being said, even with that being said, I didn't even use the low board. I called people that I know, and the first guy was out in his greenhouse, and I caught him with his thumb in the green pot, I guess. So anyway, good for him. But anyway, and so I called somebody else, and I'm running a familiar run that I've run for quite a long time with the Pete. Run out to Sparks, Nevada, and usually get styrofoam back to Colorado, and then I'll deadhead from Colorado over to Salina, Kansas, and get a load of pipe and run down to Florida, and usually deadhead back up from Florida to here. Usually there's no loads of pan come up from Florida here, and that's why I deadhead. So I mean, I'll check it out, I always do, but I don't really put no effort in it because I have before, and usually I don't find loads that come up to here from Florida. So anyway, and so that was a turnaround that I used to run, and I ran it a lot with the Pete before I sold it, and cut my own throat. But anyway, so first run's gonna be with a familiar run. I'm running out to Sparks, Nevada, running some racks out there to Home Depot. It's 8-foot tarps, and it does take a lot of work to get this set up and to tarp it. Usually I load at 7 and I can get out of there by 10, and that's all basically because it's labor, tarp it. So but that's okay. I mean, the whole reason why I run a tarp, I mean not a tarp but a flatbed, is so that I can get exercise, because when I ran van I ballooned up to 240 pounds, and me being only 5'9", I was like a basketball. I need the work, and so anywho, so
you were saying that because this is a familiar run, that you're thankful with it being your first run out on the truck, because it's going to be your maiden voyage.
That's correct. I chose to run this run instead of trying to get a high dollar paying run going somewhere where I don't know, is that I can pay attention more to the truck and the trailer to see how it's going to run, because this is, like Richie said, my maiden voyage, and I've never run a load with it before, and I'm not familiar with everything, so it'll be a good run. And I know I can run out there with I shouldn't say with my eyes closed, because y'all wouldn't want me running a big rig with my eyes closed, would you?
No, I don't think so.
Anyway, so I know my way. It's a familiar run. I run it a lot, and that way I can just pay attention to the truck and get to know the truck. And so
it's going to be very, very hard for you not to compare the Freightliner to the Peterbilt.
Yeah, like I said, I cut my own throat when I got rid of it. So.
But we didn't know what
I'm not a fortune teller.
No.
So.
No.
But anyway, I haven't given up on the big belly business. It's still going to be here, and so it's just that it's not making money, and I know I can make money driving a truck, so there it is there.
So it's been 4 weeks today that we brought the truck home. It was 4 weeks Monday that we brought the truck home, so you have literally spent 1 month working on it. What has been the most difficult thing about that?
Well, it has been, tomorrow will be 1 month since I brought it home, and I worked on it every single day except for 3 days, and that was on the Sundays. And even on those Sundays I did something to it. So it was just a lot of tedious little things here and there, and I probably missed a few things. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did. But the truck, all the big stuff has been done, but all the little stuff was let go or not done properly. So, and anyway, so I mean, truck is 21 years old, and even though it doesn't have that many miles on it, it's a lot of years for a truck. So, I mean, the truck itself has 1 million miles on it, and that's really nothing for a truck that's been taken care of. My Pete had a 1,700,000, and it's probably the guy that has it now has probably got it bumping up to 2 million. So, and it's a good truck, and it'll probably last another 10 years. But this truck here is just broke 1 million miles, and it has all fresh running gear on it. The motor only has 168,000 on a rebuild transmission, fresh rears, and so it's a pretty fresh truck. And so, but it did have a lot of work, and basically most of that work was on the interior and the exhaust and just wiring, and so. Anyway, so y'all know, you've been watching the videos, and
it looks like a completely brand new truck on the inside. I mean, it's just Mr. Bob Fair wouldn't even recognize it, I'm sure, as his truck. You've completely redone the interior from top to bottom.
Well, it's not a Peterbilt, but I tried to make it as comfortable as possible. When I'm on the road, I want to have the comforts of home. Because it is my home on the road, and so I want to be able to clean up, I want to be able to cook, and I want to be able to relax. And so, and obviously I'm at work, so I want it to work.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. So this time you did not have to use the load board. So does it help to know people?
Well, generally when I use a load board, it's on my way back. Even that being said, there's people out there that I don't get on a load board and hunt down loads either. I usually call the people I know out there, and that's the thing about being an owner operator and booking your own loads, is that you get familiar with people and they know who you are. I mean, I didn't even tell these people who I was when I called them this morning. Didn't even say who I was. I just started pulling their chain right off the bat, and they knew who I was. So, and it was 1 year ago last week that I was last on the road. So, they know my voice.
You're unforgettable, is that right?
So, the little California, Bakersfield, California Okie voice. So. Anyway, so these people are familiar with me, and I'm familiar with them.